Now children, we are going to derive the third equation, b square minus u square is equal to 2as. Here also children, s is present. So find the s. What we do? We find the area. Right now we take entire area together, and this entire together area is like a trapezium. So s is equal to area of trapezium, that is OADC. Now how do we find the area of trapezium? Half into sum of the bases b1 plus b2. So b1 is OC and b2 is your AD into height. Height is OA. After that we substitute the value, equal to half OC plus AD is V plus U and OA is stand for T. Now from the first equation we can get T is equal to what? V minus U upon A. So we substitute the value. So S is equal to half V plus U into V minus U upon A. V plus U into V minus U is what? V square minus U square, and cross multiply करोगे, that is equal to 2AS. So V square minus U square is equal to 2AS. This is the third equation, and we learn how to derive one by one these three equations. I hopefully you understand. Take help of your reference book or textbook also and learn about them. Now children, we come to the last and next topic is circular motion. One thing I like to ask, that whenever you walk on a circular path, then I ask, how many times your direction will change? If obviously your answer is that 4 times, sir. If you walk on a quadrilateral path, then how many times your direction will change? Again, our answer is same 4 times. When I ask, whenever you walk over the pentagonal path, then how many times your direction will change? Your answer is 5 times. Likewise, if you increase the number of sides of the polygon, then accordingly number of times your direction will change. Then if I ask, whenever you walk on a circular path, then how many times your direction will change? So now children, circle is a collection of infinite number of points. Got it? So there, when object move on a circular path, infinite number of times direction will change. Why? Because infinite number of points, and at every point while object will move, their direction will keep changing. Now circular motion is of two types, children. One is called uniform circular motion, another is called non-uniform circular motion. What do you mean by uniform circular motion? What is difference between them? In uniform circular motion, speed is constant, but in non-uniform circular motion, speed is not constant. Speed is changing. Uniform circular motion is also called as in what? Accelerated motion. Why? Because speed is constant, but direction is changing all the time. That's why it is called accelerated motion. Now children, you can ask that while any object is moved on a circular path, what will be the direction? So I say tangent at any point will give the direction of the object. How you can draw the tangent? Here I say, suppose at point A you want to draw the tangent. So what you do? Let O be the center of the circle. Draw this line. So it is a radius. There you draw a perpendicular. So this perpendicular line OAC I say. So AC is called what? Tangent. So like we can draw tangent at point T. Likewise you can draw E and it at any point. So at any point you can draw the tangent. And what is the direction of tangent? That will be the direction of object at that particular point. Last is that while any object is moved on a circular path, then what is the speed? So you know that speed is equal to distance upon time. But in the circular path, what is the distance? Distance is what? 2 pi r. So speed is equal to 2 pi r upon t. Got it, children? So this is about the three equations, their graphical derivations and circular motions. Learn them. Now two small assignment given right now. Learn the graphical derivation of three equations. So you draw the graph, learn them, and second is that learn about the circular motion. Take help of our textbook also. Learn these two topics very nicely. Next time I give you some assignment based over this. Thank you.